all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time, be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork, fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. They're gonna blitz, pass it.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Operating from the gun. Fields. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. They'll run it here with Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
45. Mike, 45. All day, just like that. Just like that.
To throw on 3rd down. Fields. And caught by Henry. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. I'm going to run you over.
On 4th down, Fields. And that is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley, 83 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Being chased out left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. Looking to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll try and throw for it here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo play, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
Check, 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 43.
On first down, it's Gurley. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 37. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Broncos nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, Fields. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. That result, really no surprise. It's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and 11, and some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the gun, Fields. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Bring it. Shut up.
On 4th down, Fields. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. On 1st and 10, Fields gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. He's at the 40, past the 20. 10, and this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
To throw on 2nd down, Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done. They've managed to get it done.
On the jet. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. On 4th down, they're going to try the jet sweep. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Gurley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From just shy of midfield, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they broke it up.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
The stop made by It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
Down, ready, ready.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Now Gurley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Again they run with Gurley. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, first down. And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th. Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A run with Gurley there on first down, going to get about 4 yards. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6. At the 18-yard line.
On second down, here's Smith. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready, like 25. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Check 4.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Here we go now with Smith. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Dante Fowler in on the stop. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Back to throw. Fields got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. On first down, Fields. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
No, Robin Army. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
2nd and 1. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
He was brought down by DeMonte Casey. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me. Here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Now it's the backup lock. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Bravo. Check Mike 45. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a...
Here we go on 4th. Lock. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Dante Fowler. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
I got you.
Hey, 59, ready. Get up.
Ryan now to throw on third down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's caught at the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, they're in the fourth quarter. It's the Bills that have added to their lead. A win, if they can get it, would be their first on the year. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
2 yards, good enough for a first. On 1st and 10, Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
You better be afraid of him.
Second and 14. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Under 10, 10. Jack.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Man, I got you. 40, go. Check 49. Shoot. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On 4th down, Fields. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ryan wants to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.